Welcome to the Cool Down Lap. I'm James J. This is Midwest Motorsports Truck Series Week in Review from Homestead, Miami Speedway, 1.5 mile, 18 degrees to 20 degrees progressive banking. After 2 laps of qualifying, Dustin Reinstedel and Bryce Meddings are on your front row. Interesting to note, from 11th all the way back to the end and 33rd is everybody's over the incident per lap limit of 0.12 incidents per lap, and will start single file for all cautions after the second stage, until after the second stage. So you'll see that the starts and restarts all the way until the end of the second stage look a little funny as we look through the catch fence at the single file from 11th to 33rd start of the race. And we're green, and they go racing. Dustin Reinstedel and Bryce Meddings in the old paint schemes. Sorry for the mix-up there, but we're going to get that straightened out before the end of the race. And later on, we got Brandon Morris in the 39 and Dustin Reinstedel in the 11 getting together as the 39 gets a little bit sideways. Nowhere for Reinstedel to go because he's got the 3 of Michael Samia coming up right behind him. So we'll take a closer look at it here. The 39 is Brandon Morris, and you can see he just gets sideways real early. Michael Samia coming up right behind Reinstedel. Reinstedel has nowhere to go, has to keep his foot in the gas. They get together. Michael Samia barely misses him. And look at Brandon Morris trying to catch it. 20, 30, 45 degrees counter steer, opposite lock, trying to catch it, but can't do it. They both half spin before coming to a complete stop. Mark Cochran, Eric Thaler, Ty Williams, everybody behind barely miss them, and they gather it up. Let's say a half spin, no contact for either one of them, and that's the end of that. So we got the paint jobs fixed now, and we're coming to the end of stage 1 with Michael Samia taking the top honors. Give him some extra bonus points, and you can see there Dustin Reinstedel still second. Top 5 get extra stage points, so congrats to Mike Samia for stage 1 win. Then stage 2, further in the back, they're still getting sideways. Tires are wearing down, but up front it is all Bryce Meddings and Dustin Reinstedel again. In the top 2, Bryce Meddings, your stage 2 winner and 5 bonus points collector. So congrats to those guys. Get the top 5, get extra bonus points. Then after a single cars truck spin, we're going double wide now for the rest of the end to the end. And Dustin Reinstedel gets off to a good start. Bryce Meddings in the 99, as well as Robert Lawrence in the 84 behind him, trying to take the lead away from Dustin Reinstedel. Bryce Meddings not giving up, pinching him down just a little bit, trying to keep Dustin honest. Side by side down the back straight. Great racing all the way back to the field. Double wide restarts from here on out. So we're all good IPL-wise. Hopefully they'll straighten that out. Finally, as they exit turn 4, Dustin Reinstedel is able to slide up in front of Bryce Meddings, double check the mirror to make sure he checks up and completes the pass. All right, so this is an important pit stop because if you'll notice, Dustin Reinstedel in front, Bryce Meddings second, Samia third. Further back, Eric Thaler in the blue truck barely misses the barrels trying to get a line of sight. But up front, it's Dustin Reinstedel first, Bryce Meddings second, and he just pauses. I'm not sure if he was in the wrong gear or what, but come in second and comes out 9th. Even Robert Lawrence, once again, gets ahead of him. So it's important to note that Bryce Meddings is now going to start on row 5 on the restart. So not good for him. Later on in the race, the 19 of Craig Hawkins gets it wrong, comes down into the 71 of Sean Cunningham. Nowhere for anybody else to go behind him. This is the big one at Homestead, Miami. Takes out so many trucks. Here we are riding with Jason Perry in the 51. Out Ty Williams in the 51 gets sideways. Eric Thaler in the 15 gets all of Jason Perry. Here we are looking at Aaron Holroyd, gets it wrong. And there's another view. Here's Eric Thaler. We're going to slow it down for you right here. Eric Thaler sees the crash up ahead. Tank slapper trying to avoid. Sorry for the frame rate drop. There's just a screen capture here. But here comes Jason Perry from the right, 51, right there. Just nails Eric, sends him right. Then goes all the way around, and just for good measure, 51 keeps his foot in it, sends Eric back the other way. And so Eric Thaler shakes the Tweety birds out of his head and stars, and now he can see again, gets it going again. All right, so 10 to go. Here we are, Dustin Reinstedel in the 11 up front. Bryce Manning still hasn't made it through the field. Michael Samia looking for a way around the 11 of Reinstedel's. They're 3 wide behind. Mark Cochran and Bryce Manning's the Aussies going side by side. But up front, Samia trying to look for a way around Reinstedel, who's been riding the low line all race and still trying to hang on to that white line. Samia in second gets a good run on the exit, looks high, looks low, can't complete the pass. Dustin Reinstedel takes an early line into the arc into turn 1. All Bryce Mannings can do is watch these guys way far up ahead as Dustin Reinstedel comes to the finish. Michael Samia can't quite get there. Once again, Barney through the catch fence, waves the checkered flag at Dustin Reinstedel, takes the win at Homestead, Miami, collects all the points for winning the race, and everybody else comes through. All Dustin Reinstedel has to do now is take care of the donuts, do some burnouts, and go to the booth for the post-race interview. There's your final lineup. Dustin Reinstedel, Michael Samia, Bryce Manning's made it up to 3rd, Brandon Morris 4th, Robert Sanders in the 84 5th, and Mark Cochran 6th. Here's the points before Miami. Bryce Manning's 11 points over Eric Thaler and Sean Happick. However, after Miami, Bryce Manning's with a 30-point lead over a new second place Michael Samia and Justin Thaler and Brandon Thayer. So 4 races out of 23. Still early days. I believe that was the end of the 5th race. And that wraps up the Cool Down Lap Truck Series Week in Review. Your home for Midwest Motorsports. Thanks for listening. Back to you, Greg. Thanks for having me on the Cool Down Lap. See you next week.